What's up, everybody? It's the homie Truth Teller, the street reporter, and a lot of people been saying, Truth, can you go to the board and break down some of these body cam videos that's been going viral? You know, I spoke on the TYMB Fefe video, King Lil J body cam video. You know, somebody showed me BossTop arrest body cam video from like 4 years ago when he was driving in the car and the police pulled the car over and found guns in the car. I'm going to speak on that. We're going to take that to the board today. So today we're going to talk about BossTop. We all know him from Oblock. Now, when I noticed the video, first thing I noticed was he was in the car, okay, and he had some passengers in the car, okay? I believe it was 2 guys and 2 women, okay? Now, some people say it was just BossTop, but when I looked at the video, I seen 2 guys, 2 women. The police pulls the car over and claims that BossTop was running red notices. BossTop said that he was on parole, which is weird because if you're running red lights and you're on parole, that just don't fit together. The police said that he smells weed. Now, I'm going to tell you, this is one of the things that irritate me because this is what they use for probable cause. This has always been fake. It's laws now that's coming in certain states to stop this shit because this is how police get to search your car illegally. They get to the car, next thing you know, they get to saying shit like, what's the smell? Oh, I smell weed. That gives them probability to search your car. They said the body cam hear it. The body cam can't smell it, but it can hear it. That bullshit. You know, violating our rights and shit, if you ask me. But, hey, it is what it is. Especially when they checked the car, they found weed and 2 guns inside of some purses. Alright? So I guess they must have did smell weed, okay? Now, if you on parole, you shouldn't be running red lights in a car that smells like weed, that got weed in it, with guns in it, allegedly. You know, this almost like a motherfucker wanted to go to jail. This almost like shit, jail got some good ass breakfast and you just couldn't get enough. You had to go get you a bite of that shit again. Not saying that's the case, but this feels like that in my opinion. Now, the things we're going to speak on, when the police finds the 2 guns, nobody claims the guns, okay? Nobody claims it, okay? Nobody claims it. So the police instantly put the guns on the ladies. Because the guns was found in the purse. It's 2 women in the car. We don't know who purse it is. Nobody claiming the purse. So the purse is going to go to one of these ladies. They're going to arrest both of these ladies and charge them with the gun. Later on, when the fingerprints come back, then they'll charge the 2 guys, if that's the case, is what the police is saying. But nobody claimed the weapon. Now, this is what we happen to talk at. This is where the discussion comes in at, where we get in and talk about these things. You know, to be doing all this in broad daylight, that's another thing. To be doing all this in broad daylight, okay? Doing all this shit in broad daylight doesn't seem very smart in my opinion. But, hey, this the hood. This how people ride around. Yeah, it's a possibility that BossTop rights were violated. That's a possibility. We seen that. If you watch the video, you can clearly see that. Another thing I noticed is these cops were very hip to what's going on because they said they found pipes. Okay? They didn't say weapons, guns, or the name of the gun. The police said, we got some pipes. The hell? What the fuck they know about this? Y'all should check their record. They said they know pipes and shit. You know, that kind of threw me off. First thing I noticed on here is the no snitching rule is in effect. The no snitching rule is in effect big strong. I'm talking about big strong. This shit is in effect big strong because, you know, for BossTop to be on parole, because that's one of the first things he said, man, y'all don't smell no weed, man, y'all just pulling the code, man, y'all just making me get out the car, y'all searching the car because I'm on parole. That's what he said. Well, if they doing this because you on parole and you know how this shit go, you'd have been locked up, you know how fucked up the system is. You know, for nobody to claim them guns, y'all finna watch them ladies go through that shit. They finna go through that same shit that you went through. You know, it's a lot of people say a BossTop didn't take his weight. You know, they let them ladies hold that gun. Now, you know, it depends on what's the situation, because nobody claimed their weight. Nobody claimed who guns they were. Even the ladies didn't say anything about their guns. I'm not saying these ladies are just, you know, the best women in the world, nuns and stuff. I'm not saying that. They can be street people. They could be hip to this shit. I'm pretty sure they knew them niggas had guns when they got up in the car. Or maybe it was their guns. I'm not saying who guns it was. A lot of people say, you know, it was the niggas' guns. And them girls just took it. That's how it go down in Iraq. The girls hold their niggas down. They stay solid. They don't snitch. And it kind of felt like that, you know. Those ladies clearly were arrested and charged with those guns. Now, I don't know how they life went and shit like that, but this shit go on in the hood, man. You can't be out here telling on people. That's what people say. Now, in my opinion, it's different. This just reminds me so much of the whole shark on land situation. This feels shark on landy, in my opinion, because Shark was one of the first people who was saying, you know, you got to take your own weight. You got to take your own weight. I seen people in the comment section of this arrest video saying BossTop didn't take his weight. BossTop didn't hold his weight. BossTop was wrong. BossTop was this. But y'all didn't get Shark on land that same energy. You know, I didn't see Shark on land say this man shot somebody, this man killed somebody, this man did that, this man did that. That man just said, look, I know he's going to take his firearm. You know, after, and that was after a while saying he didn't know anything. He don't know what's going on. He don't know this. And after a while he said, I know he's going to take his firearm. Now, don't get me wrong. That do come off a little wild. It feels a little weird. But at the end of the day, what's weird is this guy's finna go to jail for somebody else shit, and you ain't finna say nothing? Is that your homie? Is that your dog? It's a piece of me feel like you big goofy as hell if you let the motherfucker get down on you and do you like that. But then again, if that's your homie, you know how y'all live. Y'all out here doing street shit. Y'all doing shit together. Then you got to keep your mouth closed. We don't know this situation because it was women in the car. But more than likely, the women knew that those guys had guns in the car, and it is what it is. You know, street rules are different than regular rules. I guess if you're a civilian, you're not in that street shit, then this don't apply to you, you know. Police pull your car over, you got your homie in the car, police pull it over, he throw the gun under your feet, and police get in the car, find the gun, he don't know who gun it is. Me personally, I don't think that's your homie. You know, I don't think that's your homie to do some shit like that. And I think you goofy as hell, and he gonna know you a bitch if you go down and roll with some shit like that. The fact that he even tried that shit, buddy, I don't think he think you the goodest, toughest nigga on earth. I do think he think you chump out to even want to try some shit like that. But then again, that's your homie. Maybe you got to keep your mouth closed. These street rules are crazy. That's why I say, if you ain't built for it, don't be your ass out there doing that. You know what I'm saying? You know you can't take that heat in the kitchen. Don't be trying to cook no motherfucking chicken. You know what I'm talking about? It's simple as that. I watched the video. In my opinion, I think it's street shit. This was 4 years ago. I think they overcame that. Me personally, I just think this how the hood is, you know? There's street shit, and there's certain rules to the street shit that I don't really think are real rules. They're fake rules, but then again, it is rules to the street shit. But I recall this situation happened in the Shark on land, and a lot of people got down on Shark. A lot of people said, look, Shark was wrong. But then when I looked in the comment section, a lot of people were saying BossTop was wrong. I don't know who wrong. I do know if you know your homie a street nigga, he on some thug shit, he got weapons in the car, police pull the car with, you know what kind of nigga that is. You know who he is, you know what going on, so you can't be mad if a motherfucker pull the dun-dun-dun-dun on you and don't nobody know shit. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, I think if y'all doing a crime and, you know, somehow people get caught, you keep your mouth closed. Don't nobody know nothing. Situations like that. If you're in a situation where you in somebody's car, police pull it over, you can't run, this is the last stop, my brother. You're caught. Give it up. If you keep the gun in the car and act like it ain't yours, then that's basically you snitching on your homie. Think about this. If you in the car acting like it ain't your gun, then who fucking gun is it? So for a motherfucker, just think about this shit. The person who not even claiming the gun is still kind of snitching, in my opinion. You snitching if you say, man, that's his gun. That ain't my gun, that's his gun. Yeah, that's snitching. But it's a little dry snitch with the fact that this your gun, you kept it in the car, police put it over, and that's whose gun it is. And you say, it ain't mine. I don't know nothing, it ain't my gun. Then you insinuating it's somebody else's. So if you ask me, it's all a little bitty snitchy, itchy, in my opinion. But it is what it is. I want to know y'all opinion on this. If you in the car with somebody, and you got a gun on you, okay? If you in the car with somebody, and you got a gun on you, and the police pull the car over with, and you put the gun underneath the seat or leave the gun in the back seat and act like it ain't yours. Is that bogus or is that how this street shit go? I'd love to know what y'all think. Leave a comment. It's the homie Truth Teller Street Reporter.